What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good.
Oh, some knockout blows. I got some fury in my fists today. I'm ready to go. It's been a few days before I've been able to talk about Veve. We did a So Rare video yesterday. Great video. Go check it out. We came top 100 on So Rare last week, MLB. It was a fun one, so definitely go check out the last video. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post. Also, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. If you want to follow us, you can also become a superstar VIP. $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. Star in the universe at the end of every single month. That's coming up in like 6-7 days. So if you were ever thinking about becoming a VIP, perfect time to join because you can get entered into that giveaway. Also, first dibs on merch, access to our drop spreadsheets, price prediction spreadsheets. We're going to just keep bringing the utility to the membership. And also you get these cool stars next to your name. Very, very fun. Thank you to all of the current VIPs. You guys keep us going every single day. It's a blast chatting with you guys on the Discord, in the description if you want to see that. And also there's a PO box if you want to send us something. Become a superstar Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and for the avoidance of doubt, it is one of the greatest Discords I have ever been in. So make sure you go into the Discord below and you join the conversation with the other superstars.
That sounds very familiar, but I'm not too sure where I've seen that before. Guys, we're going to go through the Veve Twitter. Today, big comic drop. We had the first appearance of The Punisher. Very highly anticipated book since we've been on Veve. I know a lot of people have been wanting to see this one.
It's a big book. This was about an $80,000 fair market value for the 9.8.
So 30,000. But still, like only 168 exist on 30,000. But yeah. It's a 1974 book. And yeah, it's an older book. People just love The Punisher. They love the skull outfit. Like, it's just cool, right?
Like, I'm not entirely surprised when underlisted. When I saw it was a listed price of 20 and it was a 10,000 mint drop. But I didn't really expect it to go down as low as it did. I figured maybe it'd be like, 15, 17. But yeah. Right now the user basis isn't quite there. They did jack the numbers up to try to – they tend to do a $20 drop. But this is – like, that was like AF15 level, if you remember, 20 by 10,000. This one, probably the perfect price would have been around 15 gems. A little bit over. Let some of them go underlisted, but people will still go for the gamble and I guess the ultra rare or the secret rare. So
yeah, I mean, I think the fact that there was a lot of hype in the community was where they got these numbers from. But they put it on pace with first appearance of Thor, first appearance of Iron Man, first appearance of Spider-Man. Obviously, should not be in that stratosphere, but I mean, it sold out, so they did what they had to. And that's a success for them, I guess you got to say.
Yep. No, for sure.
We have an important deadline coming up. Poster redemptions are coming due on the 26th, which is in 2 days. I have to show this because we didn't show it yesterday, but about 1,000 redeemed so far. It looks like almost 1,000.
Yeah.
So I think in a couple of days.
I think it's coming really close now. So it's not in yet. Even though there's 1,000, these are still extremely scarce Disney collectibles. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with these over the next 2 days. It's starting to ramp up, I think, a little bit at a time. And I expect on the 26th, you're going to have just a rush of people all at the same time just trying to get it done. Mm-hmm. So let's see where it lands. But if you start getting, even if it's at 300 mints for one of these collectibles, that's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, I'm a very big poster fan. Everybody knows. So I cannot wait to see how that turns out. We're getting the first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet. So this might be why you might have been seeing the Eye of Agamotto's pumping in the market. Someone was asking me that today. I actually didn't know why. I'm like, I have no clue. It's just doing what it does.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Clearly, this is why they're coming out with the first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet. Maybe it's in the pipeline for them to come out with the next stone and then give the details, because Marvel Disney always advises their airdrops ahead of time. So you would think with any announcement of a sixth stone, we should see details on whatever the airdrop might be. I was
actually thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking that like Veve's gotten themselves in so much trouble making statements and then not delivering on those statements. They almost have to go out of their way at this point to make sure that you need all of the collectibles to get the Infinity Gauntlet, because David, you told everybody that you want to own them all. He said you're gonna want to own them all. He almost has locked themselves in now to doing something like that, even though, a lot of people can't really go for the secret rare on the Eye of Agamotto. If David Yu at any point changes his mind, you're going to have a lot of angry people because of the expectations that were set by him. So he might just go ahead and just say, even if they never planned on doing it, they might just go out of their way to make sure you have to own them all, because of things that were said in the past.
The good thing is they've had a long runway up to this point to listen to community feedback, to listen to what people were speculating. And you would hope that they listen to that feedback and maybe they come up with something where I think the best bet right now, because you haven't been clear about it and people are just speculating on their own, the least amount of angry people, you make 3 rarities. Maybe one without the stone, one with the stones, one animated, who knows? But
they probably are doing that.
I think that's what you got to do.
I think that's probably what they are going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like if you own every single thing in all the sets, you'll get the full face stone with all the gems in them. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, we'll see. Or it'll just be for people who own everything, and the people who don't own everything but own everything except for the secret rare are gonna be snapping. But it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Merged accounts. If you did not merge your account, the 30th of April is the last day. They're giving you a little bit of heads up. I'm expecting to see this tweeted out like 5 or 6 times. Before then, that's what they did. Early on with all the things that they're trying to remind you of. So I'm happy that they've put this out early. If you have not merged your accounts, and remember, one has to be non-KYC and one has to be KYC. You cannot merge 2 KYC accounts. I'm not too sure why that's an issue, but anyways, you can't do that. So definitely, if you're looking to merge an un-KYC account, deadline is coming up April 30th. Don't forget.
So I actually put it in on
you're one of them.
Sunday. I think I did it on Sunday. I put it in. Yeah. For a couple of accounts, and I haven't heard anything. I didn't even get a confirmation email. Did you?
I don't remember. I did it right when it first happened. So I thought it was pretty quick though and pretty smooth.
Yeah, I did not even get a confirmation email. So I really hope they got it. But I'm waiting.
I'd have to go back and look. I can check after we film.
Yeah, they said it could take a couple days. So maybe I gotta wait till tomorrow and I'll finally get something.
Yeah, hopefully that gets sorted for you. And as you can see, guys, you might want to get it in early a couple of days just in case if they do have technical difficulties, you don't want to miss that cutoff date.
Right.
They're coming out with 20th Century Fox posters for the movie Alien. Cool movie. Would have liked to see a collectible instead because posters, not my favorite thing. I know you're probably not your favorite thing. But they have mentioned it's 4 carbon neutral digital posters that are coming. So this is on Wednesday.
Yeah, is that the new marketing now? I guess just saying carbon neutral for everything. Yeah, posters, it's not for me. My Veve verse is gonna suck. It's gonna look like the walls is behind me. It's gonna be just blank walls everywhere.
We love posters.
Yeah, you can see how much we like posters here.
Yeah.
Ever since I put some posters in my room, I ripped them off and the paint came off. I said, I'm done with this. No more.
There you go. They're just a problem at this point.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to our Twitter quickly. Double Quill put out her blog on Sunday. Definitely go check that one out. It's a follow-up blog to my favorite blog that she's ever put out about the high school. So Veve has a high school. So you got to go check that out. It's a satire. It's really good. I highly recommend. Turtle, this is the last winner of the Star in the Universe. Still coming up with a name for his star. I don't know why he's taking so long to let me know what he wants to name a star. But anyways, he's putting a lot of thought into it because he knows it's going to be there forever. So I don't blame him. But could you give a shout out on your next video to see if any superstars would be interested? You want to know what he's talking about? He's talking about the gold dragon collectors. So there's those gold dragon statues. If you're in there and you list it for $88,888, then you get these utilities. One of them is for people in Vegas. You get IRL, you get free beer. So they're giving away 2 spots and for an IRL event on April 28th and April 29th. So they just want to meet some people. If you're from Vegas, if you got one of those statues, I think they're like $200 or something. They're not cheap, but the utility, I mean, these guys are really building some utility. I mean, they're not waiting for Veve. They're doing it themselves.
Yeah, Turtle Golf, next time I'm in Vegas, I'm gonna have to hit him up. Last time I had a collab with CK Alpha there. Ran into him at the pool party, but Turtle. I wonder if Turtle Golf is willing to do that meetup again next time we're in Vegas. Vegas is a place we go all the time, every once in a while, every few years. It was have a bachelor party or something like that. So
nice. So no, I love to see the utility. Great, another example here. You got member of the community Biscuits. Doing some physicals with very familiar colors. If you haven't noticed, Rob. Superstar money colors in the wild, I would say. Would be cool to see some physicals get some utility. So who knows if that's in their plans in the future. But if you want to support somebody from the community, I believe that they're on sale now on Etsy. So we retweeted that. You can go check it out.
Yeah, we like that pastel.
Another very familiar community member, Alex in Crypto. He did perfect placement on the Bart head with the Rambo. Like that must have taken forever to actually put it in place.
That's sick. I look at that.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah, I know. And these guys are gonna go nuts in the Vverse when they're gonna go nuts. Alex and Crypto always comes up with hilarious things, but when the Vverse is around, they're just gonna come up with all sorts of random stuff that we're never even gonna imagine.
Yeah, even threading the needle to get that arrow through those little things that she's holding, crazy.
It's amazing. Love it.
We talked about this yesterday. This is our so rare stuff. Go check out that video. Ben got some good juju today. People were just trolling about the posters coming. Like whenever there's a poster drop, I get 100 tweets of people saying, "Joe, your favorite posters are coming."
Yeah,
yes, posters. So definitely want to show some love. And then there was a thing going on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it, but everyone was saying "here to stay." So I say, you know what?
I saw
let's have a little bit of fun. Let's take Alex and Crypto's picture of me and say I'm here to stay as long as I get all my James Bond posters.
Yeah. Yep.
Justice for Joe, Moon Boy, Veve.
Yeah. No, I saw that here to stay. I saw that.
This is something I wanted to.
The community's revolting. The community's revolting. You have a battle between Fudsters and Moon Boys right now. It's a tough battle right now.
It's a civil war of Veve.
A civil war. It's good. Yeah.
I wanted to show this off. This is Alex G putting out some information on Twitter. He said, "Hey all, important to note that this is beta." So this is about MCP because I believe that there was some discrepancies with Michael Campa's points. So he said points, ranks, and levels will be a little wonky at the moment. Also, ranks are relative to those people currently in beta, and points from merged accounts do not transfer. So if you're merging accounts, don't expect your merged account to give you any points.
They said that, yeah.
Once we enable MCP for all things will recalibrate. So basically, if you got MCP right now, all you got is the layout and maybe approximates of your points, but probably not correct from what this says.
So there's a good chance whatever rank you are right now, you'll probably go down because as they let more people in, odds are statistically that you probably will have people higher than you now coming in that didn't exist before, changing the whole balance of percentages. Because 0.03%, they think they said for collectors, or is it 0.3? It was 0.03.
I don't remember.
It was something super, super small. You're gonna have very few master collectors, that's for sure.
Yep, unless they account for all bots. This is hilarious. Okay, so Alex and Crypto are getting a huge spotlight in today's video, but said Veve and flippers. There's a lot of flippers on Veve. The collectors not really getting much love, I guess, until MCP comes out. And you got me in the chair, bottom of the ocean, just sitting there, waiting for my James Bond poster. So I had to put that out there.
They put you at the bottom of the lake or the ocean there. That's it. They put you in and they threw you over.
Exactly. And imagine that Infinity Stones doesn't provide an airdrop. I think there'll be a lot of people.
That's right. That's right. Airdrop. Yeah, that's right. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that one.
We'll see. We'll keep the fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Speaking of the here to stay, Jimbo Lingo, we are in his. I don't know if you've seen that, but
I saw it.
Great picture with all the creators. This is from Decon. It was a fun time, great time. We'd love to do that again. Yep. All right. That was a lot to talk about, but now we have to get into the topic. This video here is if you are new to Veve and you stayed through 11 minutes, I mean, we have to go through a ton, right? We want to make sure that you guys are well aware of where this project sits right now, what it is for, your potential to make money, any of that stuff. We want to give you the background of it's been like a year and a bit since we've been on, but like 2 years that the OGs have been around. So everything that's accumulated has come up to this point. So we need to address it. So sit back, relax, learn it, because we got to address. Rob talked a little bit about it before. We got the battle of the fudders. We got a battle of the Moon Boys. They're battling each other. So we're gonna set the record straight. We're gonna address both of them independently. All right. So first, fudders. All right, guys, we love you. We know your bags are hurting. All right, you're really upset. Your bags are hurting. Everything's down. I mean, a lot of people. Rob did a video on Omi. 99% of people are down on Omi. It's ridiculous out there. But you have to stop expecting to make money from this project. All right, and you're gonna say, Joe, what are you talking about? This project was supposed to go to the moon. We've been promised all this stuff. Guys, things change. All right, we've heard it from the boss. The boss has told us, and shout out to Dino for putting this video out. This is from David Yu's interview with Matt Gondek. Please take a listen.
The retention is still pretty high.
Yeah.
So that's one of the major feedback that we've been getting data from, is that the true fans are out there. They're not buying and flipping them. And like you say, a lot of them probably bought the stuff thinking they're going to make money from it. Well, it doesn't quite work that way, because it did. It had an inflated value at the very early start. And most of the audience needs to understand is that we never intend to build this app so you could be tripling, quadruple, or 10x or 50x your money overnight, because our license will just think, did we sell that too cheap?
Of course.
Did we left some money on the table? We don't. We price everything accordingly to the market. And last year or the year before, 12 months ago, we had to increase the edition size to cool the market down. Because if you have a million people trying to buy something and you're only making 1,000 of it, you're going to create a problem. And you're going to see artificial wash trading or inflated value.
So there it is. All right. That is the boss telling you you're not supposed to make money on this app. You just got to really enjoy what you're collecting. So fudders, get off of their back. Stop asking them to make the app into a place where you can make money. That's not what it's meant for. You just heard it from the owner of the company right there.
Well, he was kind of referring to the drops. We know that earlier on, the drops were one of the main reasons that we actually had such growth. It was easy to actually flip. You would be able to go for a drop as long as you had the trigger finger or a bot. You'd be able to get the drop.
Gun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember the massage gun like that? But as long as you were able to get the drop first, and then you'd be able to flip it almost immediately. And you had some insane flips. Like you had like $60 collectibles that were like selling for like 1,000 gems, like right out of the gate. Mm-hmm. It was incredible and completely unreasonable and unsustainable. But that was the market that we had, and there was a lot of reasons that we can't go into this video. But there's from David Yu himself. He will do what it takes, whatever he needs to make sure his licensors don't think they left money on the table. So gone are the days where we think that we're going to get drops and we're going to make anything important. If you're lucky, if you're going to be able to 2x or 3x your cash. I mean, for AF15, he gave the community a gift, but going forward on drops, really, there's no point in going for them because at best you're going to hit them at the same price. There's still a little bit of a gambling aspect to it. Get the secret rares, so that's good that you still have some ability to flip if you really, really want. But when you go and plug it into the spreadsheet, your odds of doing well, if you play every drop, you're not going to do well. You're gonna lose out. So you just don't even go for them.
So fudders, definitely just don't look to make money on the platform. If that's what you're looking for, maybe you should just take a hike. All right. The next thing, fudders, you guys have been battling on Twitter. Stop expecting self-custody. It's not coming. It's not expected. And it's also in the terms of service. Rob, you have the terms of service?
Okay, guys, this is something that we've done so many videos on, but they've changed the wording. Okay, I don't remember it saying this, and I quote, for the avoidance of doubt, your ownership, possession, or control of a token does not provide you any ownership, copyright, title, or similar interest in any digital property. Any. All you have is a token that shows Veve that you're being given a limited right to their digital property. You have no control. You have no power. It is not yours. It's not in your wallet. If it was in your wallet, you would at least have forever proof that that token is assigned to your crypto wallet so that if in the future Disney, let's say, did recognize the token as ownership, then maybe they can give you cross-platform utility depending on what other partnerships they may have. Maybe Veve is just one of them. But as of right now, stop expecting interoperability. It's not coming. And actually, the team's been very open about this. They keep saying, I don't like how the team does this. They love the bait, right? They've talked about, well, we're open to it, but the licensors are kind of against it. But we're open to it. So they kind of give a little bit of a carrot. But the reality is Veve will not be implementing any form of interoperability anytime soon. Once it comes off platform, they don't have any good way of getting perpetual fees back to Disney.
Yeah.
That alone is a showstopper. They need to find ways that the licensor gets paid and Veve gets paid. The moment they let these tokens come off app, it gets a little sticky. I don't think they're not going to have the same level of control. I think this whole idea that they're worried it's going to be misused. How's it going to get misused? It's just a token. It's literally just a token. You have to have centralized companies to give that 3D capability like Veve in a Veveverse environment to make it any sort of value. So if you are fighting the project because you're saying the project doesn't have ownership, it is clear as day in the terms of services and you're looking for change. They're not going to change. They're not going to change anytime soon. I mean, years and years and years, like so many years. I believe that these prices will appreciate in the next bull run. I do believe that a bull run could bring these prices up, but you will still not have self-custody because it just is not, it does not align in the best interest of the company.
Yeah, and I mean, and they've even been starting to twist the interoperability into everything's going to be interoperable in our ecosystem. So you're not going to take it out. It's going to bring other things in. So that's the kind of speech that you've been getting. You've heard it. Stop going to bat about interoperability, about self-custody. You're not going to get it. You whining and complaining on Twitter, fudders. It's not going to happen. Forget about it. If you want to stick around for what it is and what is written right there. Okay?
Bend the knee, give up.
Exactly. All right. So the other thing, deadlines, timelines, being late. Forget about it. Forget about it. They're not ever going to be on time. Veveverse was the last straw. Now you cannot be fooled anymore. You have to expect they're going to tell you something and it's never going to happen. They're going to tell you something because they want you to buy into something. They want you to buy a hoverboard for the Veveverse. They want you to do this. They want you to do something. So they're going to tell you something and then they're going to not do it. All right. But that's like what comes now. Now you know. So you cannot blame them anymore. They've proven that this is what they do. So
Yeah.
just stop expecting it.
I'm hysterically laughing because I just don't understand why they keep giving deadlines and they just keep just missing them. They're not deadlines. Okay. They're guidelines, right? They say that's guidelines.
Hold on. I have it. I have it here.
What do you got? What do you got? Show me.
Oop, that's you. Hold on. Fam. Hey, fam. Those are just guidelines as to how it will roll out and what to expect in each phase, not deadlines, which we have communicated on many occasions. We'll let you know when the first phase is ready to go, as with feature rollouts. So until then, you all can chill. And also, David's told us to take some chill pills for our disease of expecting timelines to be met. So we all know now, no timelines will be met. Stop complaining about it. It's not going to happen. You complaining about it will not change anything. We've been complaining about it for a year. That didn't change anything. So let's just drop it. All right.
The team really doesn't learn on this one. To be honest with you, they deserve to be antagonized a bit by the community on their guidelines, their own set guidelines. No company in the world could set expectations for their clients and then miss and then think that they're not going to have blowback and just say, you be quiet. You have no right to be angry, right? This is what the VV team does. They say, chill out, guys. But you as a company, the moment you give any kind of guideline, you're going to get the blowback. I think the VV deserves the blowback. But at the same time, Fudsters, you actually need to remember that this has happened over and over and over again now for like 2 years. You really shouldn't be angry about it. It should get to a point where it's like you need to expect it, and all your decision making needs to be based on that. So if you're angry at the team because they missed another guideline, as I'll call it, that anger should just be justified in the sense that, oh, VV did it again. Like, you can't actually get mad at them for missing it anymore because it's just expected. The moment they tell you it's March, you should assume it's next year March. Just give them a year spread. Just give them a full year spread and
maybe
just, and that's it. And just move forward with an expectation that they're not going to hit their things. So don't buy things for the Vverse thinking the Vverse is this month. If they tell you it's this month, buy things for the Vverse with an expectation that it'll come next year. It's not going to come this month. That's it. Don't be angry about it. Like, I don't want to. It's kind of a balance. Like, I get you have some kind of animosity, but you can't let yourself get caught up on Twitter. Like, the anger I'm talking about is you go on Twitter, you start pointing fingers at the team, you start fighting with other people in the community. Just understand that any deadline, it could be as long as a year or more.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. Exactly. Do not get your expectations up. You know what this game is about. The next one and the final one, Fudders, and then I'll let you off the hook, is stop posting pictures of the OUP circles. Okay. These circles are not changing. They're going to stay like this until the inevitable future. I mean, we've seen all the issues with Wire. It's going to, the Robs just make me crack up. This is not changing. Stop posting the pictures. Stop memeing it. Stop showing circles of other things and saying like never. All right, Fudsters, I seen the pictures. Stop doing it because you know that it's not going to happen. So what's the point of pouring salt in the wound?
They're going to lose that Excel. They probably made that somewhere on like Excel, and like so much time's going to go by that if you lose a file and then you're like just trying to find the file because you don't want to remake it. I think that could happen to this. Like the OUP, I think, is actually like some crazy things have happened with the whole MCP synergy thing. Yeah. I'm actually worried about at first I thought, okay, they spent so much time, so many months, come up with this beautiful OUP. They had all these circles. You know, it was great. It was a great looking chart. We had, okay, these circles are going to fill up. They said by the end of the year, remember that? By the end of the year, this is all achievable. Next thing you know, there's not enough synergies between MCP and OEP. We haven't seen any movement. You know, they say the end of the year. We can't get mad at them when they don't meet the end of the year. We have to think it's actually going to be 2 years, right? So you could make your decisions assuming they're going to be a year late on OUP. So if you're buying OMI right now for the OUP, you got to remember that the team has proven time and time again that they're not able to deliver. So stop fighting OMI.
Yeah.
You know, I did a video. I was shocked. I did a video stating a fact that pretty much 99% of OMI holders are in the red and losing. And there were still Moon Boys in the comments trying to talk about one guy said that he screen recorded whatever I said. I don't even know what I said wrong. I said, I just wouldn't buy right now. I'd prefer to buy into strength. But there were still Moon Boys that were saying, oh, you watch. It's all time relative. Sure, in an indefinite future, OMI may have its time again. But anytime soon, there's literally no evidence of that. And it's probably only going to go down. Probably. No one knows. No one has a crystal ball. Ever since I made that video, it went from like 0.0007 to 0.0006. It dropped like another 20% or something. I don't even know what that is. No, 10, 15%, whatever it is, right?
It's your fault.
So, yeah. So, like, you just can't get mad at people for stating facts about OMI. The OUP has done nothing. They released it. They've done nothing. They've made no progress. And there's no evidence of progress. So you as an OMI token purchaser needs to remember that. It wasn't too long ago. It was at 0.009, 0.001. Whatever it was, right? It wasn't too long ago. Big in the red right now. It's almost 40% losses for a lot of people. So,
yep. All right, fudders, you're off the hook. But Moon Boys, you're next. All right. First things are first. You know, you guys, you've been giving the fudders a hard time. They've been complaining about making money, but you yourself have to remember, you better really like your collectibles. Okay, you better really like your collectibles because they are not supposed to make you money. If you remember, we pulled up something a little earlier. It was the boss, CEO, David Yu saying they are adjusting the market to make sure that these things do not go up so that licensors are not mad that they sold them for too little. I don't know why they cannot explain to the licensors that might be a great way to bring in new users to increase value in the secondary market, increase your bag on the percentage fees that you take from each transaction. But I mean, that doesn't matter, I guess, for the licensors. They don't worry about making more money. They just want to make sure that they make it all off of the drop, apparently. But regardless, if you're buying something on Veve, do not expect the moon. Like your name, Moon Boys, should not actually be Moon Boys. It should just be Playboys, Enjoy Boys, like something like that, because all you're going to do is enjoy and play with your collectibles in AR and potentially VR whenever the Veveverse shows up. But do not expect to make money. Just like the fudders are not allowed to expect to make money, because that's a lot of the points that they're fighting about, is that they want to make money. So don't expect to make money on your end either. Don't expect the moon, because that's not what this is about. And the boss said it.
yeah, and remember, it's very easy to become. We saw many Moon Boys become not Moon Boys because they start realizing things like we talked about the ownership before, right? You don't actually have self-custody. If anything would ever go wrong with Veve, you really are at their mercy. You don't have even the ability to bring that token to some, like, you couldn't connect your wallet, let's say, to some other third-party platform that's not Veve. Let's say it's another Disney-made metaverse to say, hey, look, I bought your NFT on Veve. Can you give me access to your metaverse? If Veve goes down, there's going to be some trouble with that. I mean, you could, maybe Disney would be willing to set something up so that that wallet on Veve, maybe your omi.vv.me wallet, right? So that you can copy it and have the address, but you'll never have the private key. And that's the problem. You don't have the private key, and Veve will always have to be involved for any kind of future utility or any kind of future functionality that another provider might get. So you have to buy Veve collectibles, assuming that your Veve collectibles will, in your Moon Boy, you have to not talk about interoperability, assume they need to be used in a Veve environment. So when you understand that, you have to assume that Veve alone will be able to provide enough utility and enough and generate enough demand for the collectibles within their own internal environment to really blow up. It's a big question. You've had the team make big statements like they're going to be the next Walmart, the next Amazon, that they're going to be one of the biggest companies in the world. If that is going to be the case, they better find a way to generate some serious utility within their own environment. Those are some big claims to make for a company like Veve. So, you know, if you're a moon boy and you're saying, you know, Veve collectibles are all going to moon, you got to do it with an expectation. It's going to zero, like we said on March 19th, 2022. It's going to zero. If it doesn't go to zero and you end up mooning, that's great. But you really need to buy them without an expectation, because right now you're buying them with your only utility just being able to take an AR photo. And that gets old quick.
And that's what the owner is telling you. You have to take off the goggles and listen. This is meant to be a collector's app. You are not supposed to make money. You're a moon boy. You're buying a $7,000 Miles Morales. It's because you want to take a picture with him in your hallway and watch it go down to 5,000, 4,000, whatever in time as there's more collectibles released on Veve. We've got a whole nother video about that stuff. But I mean, don't expect your collectibles to go up. You are buying them with the expectation that they are collectibles. You are a collector and you're on a collector app. You're not here to invest. That's the arguments that we're seeing. So do not use them against. You're not a moon boy. You're just, like I said, you're a playboy. You're playing with your toys. All right.
Yeah, you're a playboy. That's it. You're a playboy. I mean, the thing with Veve is that they have a secondary market, right? So the moment you put a secondary market, you're going to bring in the investment crowd. Mm-hmm. It's just that they don't have anything to invest in right now. Like, you're buying nothing with any proven track record at this point of being able to return to their all-time highs. All the promises that are built into the background of what made these collectibles so valuable. It wasn't just their historical relevance in Disney and Marvel. It was this built-in expectation of their metaverse capabilities, potential interoperability, potential gamification. I just don't see Veve being able to pull it off for so long. Like, it's going to take so long. So if you're buying these things, you got to buy them for the now and assume that whatever you spent, it's like buying a toy. You have a toy and that's it. It's gonna be useless one day. But if you're lucky, maybe it won't. And maybe if you take good care of it and you buy it with you're gonna put it away in your closet and come back 20 years from now and maybe it's ready to go. That could be the case too. Just you have to drop your expectations a little bit. That Veve is looking out for your best interest. They're not looking for your best interest, looking for theirs. Yeah. And they're gonna bring utility at their pace because they can only do so much.
That was a great explanation. I actually really liked how you did the breakdown. So like if a collectible is worth this much and you start to remove the utilities, you start to take away the layers of price, because the price is built up based off of these utilities. Like, people expected interoperability. You took that away. So that takes away a bit of that price. Then they expected other things that you've taken away. And now all that's left is that collector price. So that's what we are starting to see. That kind of helps to explain it, as well as obviously diluting the market with thousands and thousands of mints of other things and not bringing in new people. That'll do it too. So let me hit the next 2 points all in one. So because they're pretty similar. We talked about how it's not guidelines, or it's not deadlines, it's guidelines. And we talked about we don't want to see any more posting of the red circles, because basically another time-based thing with how we are just sick of waiting for Veve to do things. But at the same time, it's an expectation now. So do not get upset about it. I mean, let's put this into perspective, okay? Moon boys, when your wife is taking a very, 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 very long time to get ready for you to go out, you cannot get mad at her, all right? Because that would be very hypocritical of you, because you are not getting mad at Veve for taking their time to prepare something. So if you want your wife to be prepared for wherever you are going, let her have all the time in the world. Let her do what she needs to do to get ready, because then she's going to be prepared and you guys are going to be she's going to be happy, you're going to be happy, right? But if you rush her, if you yell at her, if you do any of that, very hypocritical, because you're not doing that with Veve, right? So like, you know what I mean? Like, your wife, you married her. You got to give her the value above Veve. I know you hear it all the time.
Yeah. Basically the point here is that you got to understand that you can't go after Veve too hard, because especially if you're a moon boy, you have to back off. You got to say, okay, I know you're going to be worth something in the future. Take your time, do it right, and maybe we'll see in the fruition. I think that Veve, though, does need to be a little bit better in their expectations. They will always be held accountable for their promises. They got to do a better job on their promises. And I will say one more thing: you got to have a balanced approach with everything. Joe and I have done our best to stay as balanced as possible throughout the last 2 years, or since I say January 2022, year and a half, whatever you want to call it, a year and a quarter. You want to stay balanced. You cannot constantly. Right now, it's a bear market. It's very, very easy to be negative. In a bull market, it was very, very easy to be positive. You could still see both sides of the coin, and if you as long as you maintain that, you can really keep yourselves at stable. You're not going to get yourself in fights on Twitter. You're not going to be battling it out, defending them. you really should not get offended at facts. If someone tells you that 99% of Omi people are losing money if they held, it's just a matter of fact, it's proven with data, you can't be mad. You have to just recognize that, yeah, 99% of people who have Omi, they actually are down. Does that mean Omi's a terrible coin and you can't make money on it? I don't know. We'll see. The future will tell us, right?
Yeah.
So, guys, let us know your thoughts below. We're curious to know your thoughts. Do you think that Omi and Veve and ecomi, if you're a fudster, are you a moon boy? Do you believe that the company will succeed? Do you believe that the company now has no chance of succeeding? If you are a fudster, are you going to maybe back off a little bit now after hearing this and say, you know what, I am a fudster. I've been very angry, but I'm going to back off a little bit because I have to expect this at this point, and I just can't be angry anymore.
And if you're new here, did you learn something about our community? Like, I'm hoping that we settled the fudder moon boy thing for you, and you understand like where we sit, kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I already know the fudsters gonna be the fudsters had a lot of promises, so I know they're gonna be angry. But if you're still in the community right now and you're still buying, like, what are you saying, right? At that point. Another thing is for the moon boys, you guys gotta let us know below. Like, do you have a little bit of a wake up call? Are you less moony now? Are you still 100% confident in Veve going forward? Do you see that balance argument now that maybe there are some problems and there's some concerns that you should have before you go and take loans and mortgages on your houses to buy these collectibles? So, guys, if you haven't already, do not forget, become a superstar, smash subscribe, enjoy the superstar fam, hit the bell notification button. Guys, we do a video every single day. This isn't financial advice. We're having a lot of fun when we do these videos, and we love to hear your comments below. So hit the bell notification. Let us know below. Message us. We read every single comment, even though we don't respond. So we really love to hear from you. And also, Superstar VIPs, thank you guys so much. Our supporters are incredible. Our superstars are incredible. $2.99 a month. Hit star beside your name. Get access to our spreadsheets, access to our giveaways. Maybe get Superstar Turtle in the universe. We'll have a new winner coming up. It's April 24th, right? So we have a new winner coming up in end of April. Yeah, guys, thank you all so much for your support. We appreciate you. Take care, and we'll see you next one. Bye-bye.
Love you.